The Olympic Games are the ultimate test of human potential, where athletes chase glory at great personal risk. Years of sacrifice and relentless training come down to a single moment. Sometimes, that moment ends in disaster. Today, we're counting down the 8 worst accidents in Olympic history. These are stories of shocking injuries, heartbreaking setbacks, and the resilience that defines true champions. They remind us of the razor-thin line between triumph and tragedy at the highest level of sport. If you want more powerful stories from the world of sports, subscribe and join our community. Seoul, 1988. The world's attention was fixed on the Olympic Games, a stage where legends are born and history is written in real time. All eyes were on American diver Greg Louganis, the reigning Olympic champion and a favorite to win gold once again. His reputation for grace and precision had made him a household name. In the preliminaries, Louganis prepared for a reverse 2.5 somersault pike, a dive he'd mastered countless times in practice and competition. The pressure was immense, but he was known for thriving under it. He launched into the air, but a tiny miscalculation, barely perceptible to the untrained eye, sent his head crashing into the springboard with a sickening thud. The arena gasped in horror as Louganis fell into the water, blood trailing behind him, a stark contrast to the clear blue pool. The shock was palpable, rippling through the crowd and his fellow competitors. Medical staff rushed in. He emerged with a deep gash, dazed and bleeding. The severity of the injury was immediately apparent, and concern for his well-being overshadowed the competition. For most, this would have ended their Olympic dream. The pain, the shock, and the embarrassment of such a public accident would have been too much to bear. But Louganis, stitched up and still reeling from the blow, returned to the board just 35 minutes later. His determination was unwavering, his focus unbroken. The crowd erupted as he faced his fear and completed his next dive with poise and remarkable composure. It was a moment of pure courage witnessed by millions around the globe. The next day he confronted the same dive that had injured him. This time he nailed it, earning the highest score of the round. His performance was flawless, a testament to his mental strength. Louganis went on to win gold, completing one of the most remarkable comebacks in Olympic history. His victory was not just athletic, but deeply personal. His story is not just about victory, but about overcoming public failure and trauma on the world's biggest stage. He showed the world what it means to rise after a fall. Louganis's resilience became a symbol of the mental and physical strength required to be an Olympian. His journey inspired athletes everywhere to push through their own setbacks. His comeback inspired millions, showing that true greatness is measured by how you respond to adversity. Young divers and fans alike found new heroes in his example. The image of Louganis, head bandaged, standing atop the podium is one of the most iconic in Olympic history. It's a symbol of triumph over pain and fear. It's a reminder that even legends are vulnerable, and that courage is sometimes the greatest achievement. The world saw not just an athlete, but a human being overcoming the odds. Louganis's legacy endures not just for his medals, but for his unbreakable spirit. His story continues to inspire new generations of athletes and fans. His accident changed the way the world viewed both athletic risk and recovery. It sparked conversations about safety, resilience, and the true meaning of sportsmanship. The story of that dive is a testament to the power of perseverance. It reminds us that setbacks can become defining moments of greatness. In the face of pain and fear, Louganis chose to dive again. He showed the world that bravery is not the absence of fear, but the will to act in spite of it. That choice defined his legacy. It became a story retold in sports documentaries and remembered by all who witnessed it. And it remains one of the most unforgettable moments in Olympic history, a shining example of resilience, courage, and the indomitable human spirit. Rio 2016. The world's eyes were fixed on the Olympic stage, where dreams are made, and sometimes, heartbreakingly, destroyed. French gymnast Samir Ait Said was a medal favorite on the rings, known for his strength, precision, and unwavering focus. Years of sacrifice had brought him to this moment. During vault qualifications, he sprinted down the runway, launched into the air and landed. Then, in a split second, disaster struck. A sickening crack echoed through the arena as his leg snapped, a gruesome compound fracture broadcast live to millions around the globe. The pain was immediate, the shock overwhelming. The arena fell silent. His Olympic dream was over in an instant. The hopes of a lifetime vanished in a single cruel moment. 4 years earlier, injury had kept him from London. He had fought his way back, only to face heartbreak again. Now, fate was cruel again, testing his spirit in the harshest way possible. As he was stretchered off, Samir raised his hand to the crowd, a gesture of defiance, gratitude, and unbroken will, even in agony. The ovation was thunderous, honoring his courage and the heart of a true Olympian. In that moment, he inspired millions. Most would have retired, but Samir refused to let tragedy define him. He chose to fight, to rebuild, and to dream again. He endured surgery and grueling rehab, pushing through pain and setbacks, determined to return to the sport he loved. Against all odds, he qualified for Tokyo 2020, proving that resilience can overcome even the darkest moments. He didn't win a medal, but his comeback was a victory in itself, a triumph of spirit, perseverance, and hope. Samir's journey is a testament to resilience and the refusal to surrender to fate. His story reminds us that true greatness lies in rising after every fall. Sometimes the greatest triumph is simply standing up again and daring to dream once more. The luge is one of the Olympics' most dangerous events. Athletes hurtle down icy tracks at breakneck speeds. At Vancouver 2010, tragedy struck before the games even began. Georgian luger Nodar Kumaritashvili lost control on a training run, crashing into an unpadded steel pole at nearly 90 miles per hour. The impact was fatal, sending shockwaves through the Olympic community. The Georgian team marched in the opening ceremony wearing black armbands, honoring their fallen teammate. The accident forced immediate changes. The start was lowered and safety measures were added. Nodar's death became a somber reminder of the risks athletes face for glory. It sparked a global conversation about safety and responsibility in sport. His legacy endures as a call to protect those who chase Olympic dreams. Barcelona, 1992. The Olympic Games were in full swing, and the world watched as athletes chased their dreams on the grandest stage of all. British sprinter Derek Redmond was a favorite in the 400 meters, his eyes set on Olympic glory after years of relentless training and overcoming injuries. In the semi-final, disaster struck. His hamstring tore mid-race, sending a shockwave through the stadium and leaving his hopes in tatters. Redmond collapsed, his Olympic dream shattered in an instant, pain etched across his face as the crowd fell silent. But he refused to quit. Driven by sheer determination, he pushed himself up, refusing to let his story end there. Through tears and pain, he rose and hobbled toward the finish, every step a testament to his courage and willpower. Suddenly, his father burst from the stands, pushing past security to reach his son, determined to be by his side in his darkest moment. "You don't have to do this," his father said, his voice filled with love and concern, as he wrapped his arm around Derek. "Yes, I do," Derek replied, his determination unwavering, his dream now about finishing what he started, no matter the cost. Together, father and son crossed the finish line, embraced by a standing ovation from the crowd, their bond stronger than ever. Redmond was disqualified, but that didn't matter. The result was insignificant compared to the courage he showed. The world remembers his courage, not the result. Cameras flashed, and millions were moved by the raw emotion of the moment. The moment became an enduring symbol of perseverance and love, a reminder that the human spirit can triumph over adversity. Sometimes the greatest Olympic stories aren't about winning gold medals or breaking records. They're about finishing what you started, no matter the pain, and finding strength in the love and support around you. And knowing you're not alone when you do, because sometimes the greatest victories are those of the heart. The Rio 2016 women's road cycling race featured a treacherous descent. Dutch cyclist Annemiek van Vleuten was leading, gold in sight. On a slick, twisting road, she crashed violently, flipping over her handlebars and slamming headfirst into a curb. The world watched in horror as she lay motionless. She suffered 3 spinal fractures and a severe concussion. Her Olympic dream was over, but her story wasn't. Van Vleuten's recovery was remarkable. Within a year, she became world champion. At Tokyo 2020, she finally won Olympic gold. Her journey is a testament to resilience and the will to return after disaster. The crash sparked debate about athlete safety and course design. But Van Vleuten's comeback became one of cycling's greatest stories. Weightlifting at the Olympics is a battle of strength and risk. At Rio 2016, Armenian lifter Andranik Karapetyan attempted a massive clean and jerk. As he pressed the bar overhead, his elbow dislocated grotesquely under the weight. His scream echoed through the arena, a dream destroyed in an instant. Medical staff rushed in. His Olympic journey was over. The injury was a brutal reminder of the sport's dangers. For weightlifters, a single mistake can end a career. Karapetyan's agony was felt by all who watched. The incident highlighted the fine line between glory and disaster. In Olympic weightlifting, the body's limits are tested, and sometimes they break. Beijing 2008. Hungarian weightlifter János Baranyai attempted a heavy snatch. As he lifted, his right elbow snapped backward, dislocating violently. Baranyai collapsed, screaming in agony, his Olympic dream shattered. The injury was severe, ligaments torn, surgery required. For many, such trauma would end a career. But Baranyai fought back, enduring a long, painful recovery. He eventually returned to competition, defying the odds. His story is a testament to the power of perseverance. In weightlifting, the body's limits are unforgiving, but sometimes the human spirit is stronger. London 2012. Super heavyweight champion Matthias Steiner attempted a massive snatch. He lost control. The 432-pound barbell crashed down on his neck and shoulders. The arena froze, fearing the worst. Miraculously, Steiner stood up, shaken but alive. His competition was over, the risk of further injury too great. Later, he revealed neck injuries, but nothing permanent. The accident was a stark reminder. Even the strongest are vulnerable. Steiner retired soon after, choosing family over further risk. His story is a dramatic end to a celebrated career. In weightlifting, gravity always has the final say. These moments reveal the true cost of chasing Olympic dreams. Behind every medal is a story of pain, fear, and resilience. The courage to return after disaster is the real victory. These athletes remind us, we are more than our medals. Protecting our passion means protecting ourselves. The greatest triumph is sometimes just finishing the race. That's the spirit that defines the Olympics and the human heart.